Okay, I'm trying this again. In just a second, it should start playing. If it don't, I don't know what to say. Why did it go off? Might be the problem. Should be playing. It says waiting for chasing ghost. Well, that should be me. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me or not. I need to check the mic because it moved, and that's just kind of how it is. Turning the cardo down. And we're getting ready to take off. I've got my bags. I've got the rig straps and the underseat attachment on, and this bag feels so good that I'm like, I might want to take a bag everywhere now. You know what I mean? Anyways, if you're listening, you can hear me, leave a comment, let me know you're there. Let me know how my audio sounds. Doing it like this, that's the only way I'll really know. Well, I could turn it up a little in the ear, but then you might hear it. That is an option. I might try that. I'm not in too all fired of a hurry. Like I said, I'm still checking out these strapping systems. I'm going further. Work's like 45 minutes to an hour away. It's usually about 27 minutes on the bike, but I'm just kind of taking it easy today. Enjoying my... So, okay, I can hear myself for a second, so I think y'all can hear me. That's a good way to check. Sort of a new thing, you know, live streaming from a moving vehicle. And I should have put my shaded visor on, but it is what it is. And you deal with it like anything else in life. At least I'm not fogging up like I was. My ponytail is giving me a headache. For those of you with hair, you know what I mean. My cheeks are being squeezed more. The whole helmet is tighter. And that's just what it is. So I usually have the ponytail down at the bottom so it doesn't give me a headache. I'll probably have a headache when I get to work. I have a headache anyways. I talk too much. I just got a review at work. That was the only down comment, is I over-explain things. I convey too much information, which is, I guess, just a personality trait. I don't know. Maybe a men versus women thing. Just the way things are explained. Everything else, I got high scores. I didn't do bad there. Wasn't a knock against me. I think it was just the only thing they could say. I was happy with it. My boss is happy with me. So, where is neutral? There it is. turn that down a little bit. There we go. So I'm not talking in my ear. I don't know if y'all could hear that or not. It is a little weird because I'm not used to it taking off. Because I do have the mid controls on this bike, and I do like the mid controls. I debate putting forward controls on it, because in a way forward controls would be a lot more comfortable. But then I like the control that I get with the mids, and they're not really mids. I remember watching what was it, Whitney Does, and I don't know if it was when she was on one of Yami Noob's videos or one of Spite's videos, but she was trying a lowrider, and she goes, in these forward controls, and Spite's like, those are mid at any weight. My wife calls me a giraffe. And then she gets mad. It's like she can't reach the light bulb to change it with the stepladder. She's trying, she can't reach it. I stand flat-footed on the floor and change the light bulb. It's like, you called me in here to do this, but then she's mad because I didn't have to use the stepladder. Sorry, height runs in my family. We do have some short people, but most of them are tall. It's like the occasional short person. And I'm over 6 foot and I'm the runt. Or I am one of the runts. My baby sister, she's like 5'11". She's one of the shorter people. My little sister is between me and her. She's like 5'3". So she's technically the runt. Well, they're both shorter than me. This ain't bad. I got leather on. I have my chaps on. It's in the 40s, I think. It's like 42, something like that. It's not bad. As long as it's not wet, like that rainy and 30, 40 degrees. That's totally different. I can take the rain. I can take the cold. But then when you put them both together, I mean, it is a factor. It's something you're going to deal with. Something you're going to get caught out in sometimes. But I don't prefer to ride in that because it becomes a miserable riding experience. Because then there's no way you can get warm. Like right now, the leather is excellent at blocking wind. For any of you that are looking at, trying to keep warm right now, trying to block the wind, leather is amazing at doing that job. It's the best thing I've found. So I've got a leather jacket on. I've got leather chaps on. I got leather gloves. I do need a little bit better gloves, but because they got the little bit of mesh, but it's not too much. I want to put those hand guards on here. Where I live, I think heated grips would be overkill. If it's 20 degrees and iced over and I'm not riding a bike, and that happens like once every year or two, and then it's done. And that's our hard winter story. Something that wouldn't even cause most of you a 30-minute delay of school. And we've got alligators and hogs and stuff like that. It doesn't get that cold here. Now, if I lived up north, I'd probably have a heated seat and heated grips and heated everything else. But they run smack dab into the San Jacinto Monument. This is a monument to us defeating Mexico. We defeated General Santa Anna. Battle of San Jacinto. And of course that flag in the background of some of my videos, the Gonzales flag's another thing. It's where Mexico tried to come and take our cannon, and we said come and take it, and well, there was a negligent discharge of a cannon and a few other things, and massacre at Goliad and the Alamo and all that sort of stuff. And Texas history, those of you in Texas already know this stuff, or you should. Worthwhile to look at it. Then you know what it is, what it means. But I'm right here on the ocean. Ocean water is like 10 miles that way. You know? Or technically sweet water, because you're going to be in the ship channel area. You hop the ferry, head to Galveston. It's literally, it's that way. Maybe less. It's one of them things too where I'm so close to the ocean. You'd think I'd go to the ocean more, and I don't, because it's right there. There's like, I guess like people in Colorado probably don't go to the mountains as much, because they're right there. If I go fishing, it's usually up the creek by my house, well, at the bayou. I live off of a bayou. No, I don't go swimming in it. Last time I checked, that gator was looking about 15 foot, and he can have that water. I just want some fish out of it, that's all. Got good crappie, good catfish, some perch in there. Got some good red drum, stuff like that. Like go down by Bridge City. Bridge City's a good place to go fishing. Right under the bridge too. That is wind. But the point that I was getting to is the air is humid down here. It's always humid. So when you're fighting the wind, the thing that you're really fighting is the water and the wind a lot of the times. And that moisture, it's like it wants to seep into your bones. And once you get wet, like if it's also raining, you can't get warm. There's no way to warm back up once you get wet. It's not happening. And it's just downhill from there. So I'll take rain. Especially if it's like 70 degrees and raining. BM Foss, how you doing? See your comment out there. I don't know if you can hear me very well. My mic was down low on my helmet. I had to move it up, so I don't know if it's working that great. But anyways, the moisture in the air is the problem down here, especially when it gets cold. Because like 40 degrees, you know, 20 degrees anywhere else. It's also why 90 degrees here feels like 110 anywhere else. It feels like 10, 20 degrees colder or hotter than it is just because it's humid. In the summertime, you don't get the wind. It's just you're begging for a wind of any kind, and it don't come. Not unless it's in front of a thunderstorm. That big thunderhead moving in. Like a wall of dust in front of it. This backpack feels really, really good behind me. I like this. So if you're just joining in, I'm still testing out the equipment. I'm going further. It's like 45 minutes to an hour to work if I ride like this. If I ride like I normally do, it's like 27 minutes. Are you turning? What is this guy doing? Come on, dude. Grandma was slow, but she's dead. Let's go. But no, I've got the underseat attachment still hooked up. I've got the straps on my bag that I'm taking because I'm running a load out to West Texas. And I'm still checking them out, seeing how I like them. I should be taking that trip this summer, and that's a whole lot longer than an hour trip. I don't want to get up into Arkansas or Tennessee or West Virginia or something like that and, you know, start having problems with it. So I'm going to test the stuff out really good before I go. So far, so good. My God, do I love that right there on my back. Just lean back, it's like I'm sitting in a chair. That comfort, you know? Have you ever heard that song, Keep the Wolves Away? I can't remember off the top of my head who sung it. But he's talking about taking his first breath where the muddy Brazos spills into the Gulf of Mexico. That's just right down the shore. This is just like the next place over. This is all refineries. It's the same thing. It's about this area, you know. The Brazos ain't that far from here. That song is a really good description of this area. Right there is what feels weird when I pick my feet back up. So I'm not used to having something behind me and coming back up to these mids. And I usually hit this curve a lot faster, I know. But I'm also kind of, you know, feeling out weight and stuff like that. All this land's getting developed. There's cows. I miss the cows. That's how you know when an area is going to hell, when you don't see the cows anymore. But I mean, and the Houston area. You'll be down in Houston. You'll be in like South Houston or friggin' that kind of shit, and you'll see some riding a horse. And it'll probably be a black guy in a cowboy hat. And that's not a new thing. That's been going on those ranches too. They did. We have some famous black cowboys down. One of them. Something I can get into Texas history. And whether it's blacks or Mexicans. Of course, there's a lot of Mexican cowboys. That's where the whole rodeo thing and all that stuff comes from. Stuff, skills that these guys need to know how to make. Make food with them. The food down here is amazing. collision of that. And Houston's a big port city, so find authentic restaurants. There's an active culture. I mean, it's not just rednecks and black people and Mexicans. There's everybody. We're more mixed here than anywhere else in the country that I've seen. Confederate battle flag hanging up in his garage. Neighbor next to him is a wonderful black family with a bunch of kids, and they talk to each other. You know, they're friends. They don't give a shit, you know? Like, okay, yeah, they all understand what's going on, they help each other. Other parts of the country, they're like, oh, it's racial. No, it's not. A lot of things has to do with the intent. That gets lost in all this bullshit going on today. I guess, too, in a lot of ways, if you're not from here, you don't understand. From here, you don't understand. But oh, yes, there was. Especially if you go back 100 years ago. That's just not really how it is anymore. And thank God it's not. I'd rather live here than any place else. That wind is a pain in my ass. But anyways, I will catch y'all later. Thank you for watching there and commenting, DM Faust. My little humble refinery town here. I will catch y'all later. Y'all drive safe, keep warm. I'll catch you next time. Adios.